citrus soy glazed tuna over jasmine rice. It's one of the great sauces that I like using. It's very versatile. So we're going to make the sauce first and then go over to the stove and make the rice and the tuna. So the sauce is really easy to make. We're going to start out by slicing up some shallot really thin, and then some jalapeno. And these are going to end up getting strained out later. We're also going to put in some orange juice, some lemon juice, a nice big piece of lemon zest. I've got some sugar and some coriander, some mirin, which is an alcohol-based Japanese rice seasoning. But as with just about the majority of things that you cook with alcohol, the alcohol is going to burn off anyways. And then some soy sauce. So we're going to get all these prepped and get them in our mini saucepan here. Then put it on the stove, heat them up, reduce it down, and go from there. So I'll see you over at the stove in a second. Okay, our sauce is on the stove here. I've got it over about medium heat here. I want it just to come to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce it and simmer for about 5-10 minutes, probably closer to 10 minutes. I want it to thicken up a little bit by reducing, and obviously that's going to cook the alcohol out of it as well. Then after that we're going to strain. So I'll see you in a few minutes once this breaks down. Alright, the sauce is on the stove here. This is going to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. It's going to reduce down a little bit, and then we'll strain it all out. I've got rice on the stove as well. That's already boiling, so it's just about time to bring that down to a simmer and cover. We'll have to have the cover, if I was going to cover it. Where are you? Maybe we're not going to cover it today. Okay. Now once this gets a little closer, we'll throw the tuna steak on the saute pan. That's only going to take about 2 minutes itself. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, our sauce is reduced just about as much as it's going to be, and our rice is just about done. We're going to strain the sauce, and we're going to come back and put the fish on the saute pan. Actually, we can start that now before we go over and strain. Let's get the oil warming up here. It's going to cook pretty fast. Keep that like a medium heat. Let's go. All right. Take our sieve. Put it in our bowl and strain it. It's not syrupy thick, which is fine. It's nice because it'll run over whatever you put. Say it's a chicken or fish, and it's going over rice or vegetable, it'll run right over the top and coat everything nicely. There. There's our sauce. All right, our oil's nice and hot. I think our pan's gonna be nice and hot too, so I'm gonna have to be careful with this. I don't want it to cook too fast. Sort of like searing a steak. You can see how it's already white in the bottom. So you can see it start cooking up to the top. So you got to be careful, or your fish can dry out pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. We're not going to wait too long. As that white starts to grow up towards the middle, we probably want the white to go up about 25%. Then we'll turn it over to the other side and let it go up all the way. We're only on low to medium heat here, and we're already climbing up. So we're already about 25%. Unless your tuna is sushi grade tuna, which means it's likely cured with an acid solution to make it safe to eat raw, you want to make sure that your tuna is at least medium in any fish that you consume. bring this temperature down. As you can see here, looks like a sandwich. So we're still cooking there. It's around the edges on the other side, so it's starting to cook to the middle. And just let that simmer for a minute, and I'll be ready to take it off. Our rice is done here. So while the fish is finishing itself up, we'll spoon some jazzy rice on here and wait for the fish, which is done. Turn the heat off here. All right, let's get this fish off the burner and get it over here and put it on our plate and put our sauce on top. Okay, here's our tuna steak. We'll put this right on top of our rice. Spoon some sauce over it. Now, if you wanted to make it a little bit thicker, you could put a little bit of cornstarch or a little bit of flour in the sauce. It would thicken it up. I'm not against that, but I like it just the way it is because it's almost like soy sauce on the rice, but it's a lot better flavored. Either way, it wouldn't be bad. No point in wasting any time. Fish looks good. The amount of sauce that came from that is probably good for about 4 of these at least. I mean, I think I used 3 of these tablespoons at least. So put that in a container, put it in your fridge. There's fruit juice in there, so the alcohol's all cooked out. Probably good for a few days in the fridge, but put it over chicken, put it over some steak, put it over some vegetables. It's so good. We have another bite.